What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. PropsMadeEasy.com. Only $15 a month. If you play player props, you need to have a subscription to Props Made Easy. Plain and simple. It makes the choosing the best value props and knowing where the best spots are incredibly simple. It immediately shows you the best spots the moment you go on it, and we have a lot of different sport types over here. So it's just an amazing site. Continuously still growing, still updating to bring the best data we possibly can. Let's go ahead and look at a few wins from yesterday. Let's see. Sorry, still got this damn cold. El Chavo Chewy, good dub. Again, another one. Another one, Kia Nurse was the biggest letdown of all time yesterday. How do you go out and get zero PRA? That was huge letdown. Yeah, Kia Nurse annoying as hell. Ash 111, nice hit, nice little six pick, 20 to 500. We'll take that any day. Trust the tool, you already know. Flex Pay, not mad at it, nice dub. PME Kendrick, a couple matches, but hey, it is what it is, man. Doubled up, more than doubled up. Nice little four-man from Fletch. Thanks, PME. Thanks, Cam. Lotus Flower Sunny. Nice, beautiful six pick. And I love when I see different sports combined into a six pick. Like Csgo hit, MLB hit, WNBA hit. Like, I love seeing the mixing and matching throughout this six pick. Nice hit, Lotus. Another one. Missed one of them, but all the rest were good. Nice little double up. Beautiful, beautiful. Nurses banned, yeah. Nurses sucks, but nice W's, y'all. Let's get straight into the picks for today. So, first and foremost, I'm going to continue rocking with the man who continues to do well for me. It seems like every time I have pretty much played him and actually pulled the trigger on this guy, he has solid games. Bam Adebayo is going to have to be a big part of this Miami team if they're going to pull this series out against Denver. Bam has had some fantastic moments in this series. Now they're back in Miami. Really like the spot for Bam Adebayo to have a solid game. His prop line's at 38 for fantasy score. We have him projected at over 42, so 4.15 differential. I like the over on Bam Adebayo's fantasy score to start us out with NBA. Next up, I like the PRA of Nikola Jokic. PRA set at 50.5. Vegas likes the over at minus 135. He's hit this in 9 of the last 10, closed higher than this in 8 of the last 10. We have him projected at 52.54 PRA, a 2.04 differential. So over on Nikola Jokic, 50.5 PRA, and then over on Bam Adebayo, 38 is how we're going to start it up. That's the best value pretty much on basketball that we have for us today. Don't have any hockey right now. All right. When it comes to baseball, let's get straight to it. So, first play that I want to talk about is Stephen Kwan. Stephen Kwan's got an amazing matchup here. Lefty-righty matchup against Cutter Crawford, who struggles versus lefties. Kwan is in a fantastic spot. His prop line's only at 6.5, where he's got the plus platoon advantage. Great matchup against a pitcher who struggles versus lefties. We have him projected over 8. That's a 1.68 differential for Stephen Kwan. I like the Kwan's over hitter fantasy score here with that matchup against Cutter Crawford. Great spot for him to succeed here. All right. Next up, there's a couple unders that are popping for sure. You've got Zach Wheeler, who's all the prop lines all the way up at 45.5. He does have a great matchup against Detroit, so I completely understand that. But the part I'm wanting to grab the under on is Pablo Lopez against Tampa Bay. Pablo Lopez is in Tampa Bay. He's traveling to Tampa Bay. He is on the road. His prop line set at 35.5 against the solid Tampa Bay offense that's just pesky. 32.08 is the projection we have for his fantasy score. That's a minus 3.42 differential. Yes, Wheeler's at the very top, but you guys know me. Naturally, like when I pick my pitcher fantasy score, I like to go with guys who are on the road as well. If they have a huge, like a high prop line, a tough matchup, and on the road, I like to target guys who are on the road instead of guys who are at home. Wheeler's at home, so I could see a definite scenario where he wipes out Detroit pretty easily. But yeah, getting 46 fantasy score, he's gonna have to really be lights out. Another spot that I like the under on, John Gray is a good under against St. Louis today. St. Louis is a solid offense, but the main spot we're going to go is Pablo Lopez under on pitcher fantasy score of 35.5, and then we're going to go over on Stephen Kwan hitter fantasy score of 6.5. 6.5 just feels too low with this lefty-righty matchup against a pitcher who struggles versus lefties. Kwan should be able to get the job done. First inning runs too. All right. So for the first inning runs tool, the best over we have is the Dodgers and Reds. That's the best odds for the over. Vegas has the odds at plus 125 that this uh, doesn't go under pretty much. So this is, if it's red, it's on the over. So we really like the over here. 11.5 over under total in this game. So super high total. Both pitchers have not done very well in the first inning. Mash that over on the Dodgers and Reds. That's a great bet. Tigers and Phillies under is going to be the best one here. We've got Reese Olson at a 3.6 first inning ERA. Zach Wheeler obviously is a solid pitcher, should be able to get through the first inning. Vegas likes the under at minus 125. 7.5 over under in this game, so solid spot. The only down part is Phillies and Tigers have done okay at scoring runs in the first inning combined, but their offense in general with the OPS has not been very good. So I like the odds for the under for the Tigers and Phillies, and then the over on the Dodgers and Reds are my favorite spots there. Csgo, star of the show, day in, day out. Let's get it. So, I like the over on Sonic for complexity against Heroic today. His prop line's only at 31.5. We have him projected at 38.5. That's a 7.09 differential for Sonic. Really like this spot for him here. Even if complexity, I'm imagining because of the prop line being pretty low on this guy, on a talented player like this, that they're projected to lose this game. I love to take advantage of teams that are projected to lose, and the tool always does too. The tool loves to take advantage of players on teams that are expected to lose because their prop lines drop so low. Okay, now I do recommend you choose one of that team. I wouldn't do multiple slips where you're choosing multiple guys from the same team. Just choose one from the same team and then move on to the next team. Second play I'm going is Nacho for Boca Juniors against Sharks. His prop line's only at 30.5. 36.76. He's a little too talented for that prop line to be that low. 6.26 differential. Absolutely love that spot for Nacho. If you go and look at results, right? You go and look at results for teams that got swept. Okay? Look at the results for teams that ended up losing 2-0 and look at the losing team's kills. You will see that a lot of times you'll get guys over that 35 range. The top players on that losing team will still get 30 plus. You know what I mean? Pretty easily. So some rare occasions where they don't, but for the most part, just like every other sport, people have looked for in sports betting. People look for the easy way out. They look for the most easy thing to look at, and they feel like they've got like a secret, right? So in CS:GO, like NBA, where people just follow Vegas line, um, it's the same issue here with CS:GO. People go in, see what team is expected to win, and do not bet against that. They will only take guys overs on teams that are expected to win, and they'll only take unders on teams expected to lose. That is not a smart game plan. If anything, you want to go opposite of that. So if a team's expected to win, you want to try to maybe grab the under because the prop line's going to be bumped up. If a team's expected to win, the prop line's going to be adjusted accordingly. Okay? Just because a team's expected to win doesn't mean that their prop line's automatically an over. Their kills could be set higher than they should be. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. The prop line gets set either too low on teams that are expected to lose or too high on teams expected to win. And that's what you can take advantage of. And that's what the tool has really taken advantage of because as you guys know, we've had days where we just could not miss in CS:GO. We've had days where obviously we lost, where the winning team goes off and the losing team just can't do shit. That will still happen, but for the most part, it's just very rookie thought process to only go overs on players who are on teams that are expected to win and only unders on teams expected to lose. Trust me, okay? If that was the case, just like everything, if it was that easy to get these things right, then everybody would be retired and be millionaires. Remember, keep that in your mindset. It's like when you're looking for ways to succeed in player prop betting, think to yourself, is this too good to be true? Is just looking at last 10 too easy? Does that seem too good to be true? Because shit is too good to be true in this industry. There's a very, 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 very small percentage of people who actually profit in sports betting. I know Twitter looks different. That's because there's a bunch of photoshopping and a bunch of bullshit on Twitter. Gambling Twitter's full of people just bullshitting. You know what I mean? But in reality, I have personal friends who are big player prop bettors, big sports betting bettors who make six figures a year off this shit. So I know people can do very well, but because I know these people, I know that how rare that is. Like that shit's not happening. Like these people with discords and shit, they're not doing that. No fucking way. So remember, don't get sucked into that whole easy idea. Like these people on their discords and shit, all they're doing is betting overs on teams expected to win, under on players on teams expected to lose. It's that simple. That's all they go off of. If you're gonna bet that way, that's then fine. But you will see very quickly that that doesn't equate to anything. It's not going to do anything. The best way to go is to bet the opposite. Take advantage of prop lines too low on projected losing teams. Take advantage of prop lines being too high on projected winning teams, and get that money. Plain and simple. I've won thousands. I'm up thousands on CS:GO this year, and we've only had the CS:GO tool for what, 2 months? So yeah, just utilize it, man. If you have bad days, you keep pushing, man. Bad days are gonna happen. Tool's not gonna be 100% either, but take advantage of the fact that this will really put you on that good value where everybody's doing simple shit like just going over on players on expecting winning team. It's just the most rookie shit I've ever seen. Like in sports betting, the one most annoying thing is people try to find the most simple way of doing things and just they don't really want to put that work in. They want to look for the most simple way to be successful. Like people will bash the tools if they have one bad day. Like somebody will post and be like, "Oh man, I didn't have luck with the tools today. Why are they projected over on the projected losing team?" And then I'll look and the dude joined that day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, like relax. Sports betting is a roller coaster, but for the most part, you're gonna get W's on props made easy for sure. If you, sorry, sorry, goddamn, if you utilize the tools. So, man, hey, on the bright side, y'all, I am recovering from this cold. I'm almost done. I know it might sound like I'm not, but I'm almost done. We only have points so far for WNBA. So I'm not going to go too deep into this. I'm going to go under on Brittany Griner's 22, though. That prop line seems pretty damn high against Dallas today. We have her projected at 19.9, a minus 2.1 differential. So I like the under on Brittany Griner's points at 22, and then I'll take the over on Kayla McBride from Minnesota's over points of 15. All right. So let's do a recap on what we got for today. For NBA, we've got Bam Adebayo over 38 fantasy score. We've got Nikola Jokic over 50.5 PRA. Don't have any NHL. MLB, we have over on Stephen Kwan 6.5. We have the under on Pablo Lopez 35.5 traveling to Tampa Bay. First inning runs tool. Let's see what we got here. Over on Dodgers and Reds. Under on Tigers and Phillies still. Nothing has changed there. CSGO, over on Sonic's map 1 and 2 kills. And then over on Nachos 30.5 maps 1 and 2 kills. WNBA, we only have points at the moment, but check back to props made easy as other prop types get added, and you'll have more value to add. But Brittany Griner's under 22 points, and then Kayla McBride's over 15 points. All right? Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. Let's get this money. Remember, sports betting, there's no way to avoid losing, but the best thing you could do is go off of the data. Don't go off the most simple shit like Vegas lines and somebody, some free post somebody posted on Twitter or none of that shit. Remember that you need to take the most data that you possibly can, which is why Props Made Easy is partnered with the biggest sports data company in the entire industry, because that is what's important. The data is what's important, and that's why we partnered with the biggest company in the industry, because we understand that that's the most important thing. And you got to utilize it, man. You got to utilize it. Keep trying it out. Don't overthink things sometimes. If you're just struggling on what to pick, let the tool do its thing for you. You know what I mean? Rock with it. And just, remember, only bet the amount of money you're willing to lose, because at the end of the day, these players still got to go out and show up. We don't know what they're going through at home. We don't know if they're coming into the game with a little, jacked up mindset for the day and maybe just having an off game. We don't know that part. There's certain variables that are out of our control. But every single variable that is with our control and that we can actually put into our data, we do at Props Made Easy. And that's what you want to take. You don't want to take last 10. Don't want to take last 5. Don't want to just choose CSGO guys overs if they're on the projected winning team. Don't want to choose the unders if they're on the projected losing team. It's that simple. It's not like you just need to get rid of that mindset. Get rid of that if you're sitting here and placing your bets and only looking at a few things, if it unless it's just unless it's the tool, because the tool takes a ton of shit in the mind. But if you're looking at last 5 in Vegas lines only, then that's just not enough. You're never gonna make money. Never. I promise you, never. Anybody doing that, go ahead and do it for a week and see what happens. Anybody betting overs on only projected winning teams and unders on only projecting losing teams, do that exact strategy and only that for a week and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I've been in this industry 8+ years. I know what it is. And y'all just got to take y'all's L's when they come and understand that shit happens. And when you win, fucking withdraw. Really see that shit in real life. Pay your bills with that shit. You know what I mean? Enjoy a little bit of an easier life off of your winnings. Fucking actually withdraw. Don't fucking win $500 and then put it all in the next day. Smart bankroll management. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Have an amazing day, and I'm out. Peace.